YouTube is dying, and it's because of YouTubers. Now I know what you're thinking, Doug, this is something that's been covered many times before, but it hasn't. I'm not here to talk about terrible vlogging, or videos for 4-year-olds, or the demonetization of the platform. No. I'm blaming YouTubers themselves. It's the elephant in the room everyone refuses to talk about, but today we will talk about it, and I'm of course talking about product placement. It happens in every genre. It happens to almost every YouTuber, even the biggest ones sneak it in when you're least expecting it.
Does your chair have lumbar support and neck support? I don't think so.
Poor guy, he's just trying to survive, is what he wants you to think. But this guy has billions of views on YouTube, and now he's trying to sell you a chair. It doesn't stop there. There are channels almost entirely based around selling you shit. Have you seen these makeup channels where people put on makeup and try and sell you their products? Well, you probably haven't, because my audience is 99% men, but besides the point, it's everywhere. Toy review channels selling you toys. Gaming channels selling you games. Even cryptocurrency channels trying to sell you on some garbage shitcoin. And for what? YouTubers are saying they have to do this to live. Sure, buddy. What about the 20% of your videos that are monetized? Not only will YouTubers blatantly put ads into their videos, but they even sometimes try to hide it to make it seem like they're not. Or sometimes what they're selling is just downright not cool. Well, today we're gonna take a look at some of these YouTubers destroying the platforms, and all just to turn themselves into walking billboards. Fuck. Whew, feels a little bit better. I wouldn't want to be promoting anything during this video. First up, why people are freaking out about Philip Defranco. Actually, they're not freaking out, but we need to talk about Philip Defranco. Well, we don't actually need to talk about him, but let's just jump into it. Philly D has had a successful news show on the platform for quite some time, and with a good assessment of topics as well as a deep playbook of thumbnail strategies, it's no wonder this guy's had the success he's had. But there is a dark side to this happy-go-lucky YouTuber hidden in the shadows. Ads. They're fast and furious on the Philip Defranco channel, and sometimes he even puts ads on his ads. Philly D runs a segment called Today in Awesome, and before he jumps into the story, he oftentimes has a sponsor.
Today in Awesome brought to you by movement.com/PhillyD. And Movement, of course, is a fantastic watch and sunglass company for men and women. And for those of you that call out and compliment the watch that I have on in my shows, that is a Movement watch.
He's even wearing the watch he's talking about to try and get you to buy it. What about the sunglasses, Phil? Those maybe not up to par?
They've got so many good looks and designs, and best of all, they start at just $95, which is this very nice reprieve, because it feels like every time you go to a department store, you're just seeing $400, $500 price tags.
That's right, these watches are cheap, and everyone loves a cheap watch. Just ask Pierce Brosnan, who's famously quoted saying, "I have some wonderful suits in my closet, a lovely car, and some cheap watches." Or perhaps this famous saying, "Respect yourself enough to know that you deserve the very best cheap watch." So you've battled through a 30-second ad. What prize awaits you on the other side of this door?
Make sure you enter in code PhillyD, and they'll give you $15 off your first order today. And the first bit of awesome today, it's a little bit self-promo. If you are here at VidCon, you do want to see me, here is my schedule.
Yes, some self-promotion. I knew it'd be worth it. I wish I could say that's all that happened in this video, but it gets a lot worse. Philly D did a segment on Burger King, and when he was talking about their food, it got downright shameful.
Their sandwiches are dope.
Watch it again.
Their sandwiches are dope.
And again.
And then let's talk about why Burger King is in the news. And if you followed this show for a while, you know it's not because I'm gonna be like, their sandwiches are dope.
Okay, so maybe it wasn't exactly what we made it look like, but the point remains, this is bad. Let's go ahead and take a look at our next YouTuber in question. But before we jump into that, this segment was brought to you by upswingpoker.com. Take your poker game to the next level with upswingpoker.com. With that out of the way, I've been making content on all 3 of my YouTube channels. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. The links are in the description below. That was subtle, right? Moving on to our next subject, PewDiePie selling chairs. As if 60 million subscribers and millions of dollars wasn't enough for this YouTube celebrity, well, he's taken it to a new low. I mean, with the chair. Wow, that's super awesome. What can it do again, Felix?
Can your chair do this? I don't think so, okay? This thing is the goddamn Lamborghini of chairs.
Wow, that seems super useful. I'm sure people really need that. Wait, that was the joke, wasn't it? God damn it. Mine doesn't do that. His plan here seems simple. He's hoping that if he turns the whole thing into a big joke, that it'll be a much better advertisement. And he's right.
It's not a chair, it's a laugh stand. And I am so comfortable right now that I will finish this video by sitting down. Thank you very much.
If you're gonna run blatant ads on your channel, it's obvious you're doing it, and you want to try and turn it into something funny so that for the people that are gonna bear with you through them, you make it at least a somewhat enjoyable experience.
It was named one of 2012's best grilling accessories. There's more fucking facts about the Man Grate than about Nick. Man Grate is the perfect gift for this Father's Day. Your dad's alive?
No.
Fuck.
Nothing moves product like talking about people's dead family. Moving back to PewDiePie for a moment, sometimes he plays games on his channel where he's obviously getting some kind of affiliate commission, possibly being paid, or he owns part of the game, and it might be a little better in his shoes to fully disclose all of that information. It's a much different and worse situation, but we all remember the CSGO guys who were playing on these super cool sites that they just found.
And we found this new site called CSGO Lotto, so I'll link it down in the description if you guys want to check it out. But
while I was watching that, I realized that I almost forgot to tell you guys about this really cool new site that I found, coincentral.com. I'd never heard about it before right now. Wow, I can check Bitcoin price and read about news on my favorite coins. This site seems great. Whoever made it sure did a really good job. Whoever it was that made, whoever did this. It's my site. Am I allowed to advertise? What am I supposed to say? Do I have any moral responsibility not totally fuck over my audience? These are the questions that everyone asks, which is why I found a video from video influencers addressing the problems and how you should tackle them.
Brand deals, sponsorships, affiliate links, and it's an area where sometimes people aren't sure when they need to disclose it. If they need to verbally disclose it, if they can just put it in the description. And I know it can be kind of a murky area. What are some of your tips and advice on that?
Yeah, I'm very conservative when it comes to this stuff because there's nothing worse than doing all this work to make this awesome video and because of like one little thing you just didn't get right, and maybe you felt like you did a great job.
Oh, it's just that, it's like the littlest thing.
yes, it just flipped for me.
It's like barely even there.
Woo! Up to a hot start, baby.
Oh, just that little thing, you know?
Yes! Fuck!
One little thing. And I always try my best to make it sound like as positive as possible. Like a lot of creators get like, oh, I don't want to be like a sellout or anything.
That's right. You're not being a sellout because you're making it sound positive. It's not positive. You're making it sound positive because you're not a sellout. Does that make sense? Which is why today's video is brought to you by Essentia. Really great water that you just can't get enough of. Be positive. Changing gears for a moment here, let's talk about EduBirdie. Now, this was a big scandal on YouTube. I forget when it exactly happened, but basically this was a company that offered really smart people to write essays for you so that you didn't have to write them. Several hundred YouTubers were promoting this, including some with millions of subscribers, and ultimately YouTube dropped the ban hammer, deleting thousands of videos and actually just banning some of the channels. For the obvious reason of thousands of videos were deleted, it's hard to find a lot of footage of this, but we did find one from Adam Sala over on Instagram.
I want to tell you guys about something to anyone who goes to school or college. And if you're struggling with essays, because my nephew Yusuf, he's in college right now and he struggles with essay, you can use edubirdie.com and a super smart nerd will write it for you. It's not only if you're struggling with essays, even if you don't have time to even write the essay, you can get the super smart nerd to write the essay for you. It's 100% plagiarism free. You release the money only when you're 100% satisfied. The link is in the description down below, so if you guys want to check it out, go to it. Essay writing, if I was back in school, I would have used it so many times because I travel so.
This is a very inclusive intro to the video. This video is for anyone who goes to school or college.
To anyone who goes to school or college.
Also, it's not like we just get some run-of-the-mill nerd to write your essay. We get the super smart nerds. That guy has 4 million subscribers, and it just shows that nobody's safe. I mean, if a channel based around terrorist pranks on planes can fall for this, who won't? I could really use that site though. I have a 200-word essay due tomorrow and I'm still making YouTube videos. Another culprit on the ads front, H3H3. Now, I'm a big fan of H3H3 in a lot of the videos, and usually the ads have been pretty good and funny and on point. But I was watching one of the H3 pods recently, and it got a little bit bad.
You have definitely heard me talking about MeUndies. You know, the fun, comfy undies that feel as good as they look. Hila, Exhibit A, please.
MeUndies has a storied past when it comes to commercials, mainly thanks to Bill Burr.
MeUndies, MeUndies, no more sweaty balls. Boop boop boop. MeUndies, MeUndies, you gotta get them for the fall. Boo boo, you're wearing those MeUndies. They wear them for, they make them for women too. No more sweaty clams. We really mean it. No, ba 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 ba. Sweaty fucking clams.
So these are some pretty big shoes to fill. But 3.5 minutes on a commercial feels like a little bit much. But you know what's worse than a 3.5 minute commercial? A 6-minute commercial. And you know what's worse than a 6-minute commercial? An 8-minute commercial. 8 full minutes of product placement. And while this was better than maybe some other ads, and there were certainly some humorous moments, can we really do that? Can we really have 8-minute ads and videos and podcasts? Is that bearable? We need to set some standards here as YouTubers. We gotta draw a line in the sand. Yeah, I know the platform is fucking people over. I get it. As a medium-sized content creator here on the platform, I definitely don't make enough to live. In fact, I actually lose money when you consider all of the people I've hired to help run my channels and edit and all of that type of thing when you compare that to my revenue. Now, the only reason that I do make money from YouTube is because I start these supplementary businesses. What about for people who don't own these businesses? Can you really make all the money back on merch?
All the aforementioned items sold together. What a value.
Actually, at that size, you probably can. But it takes two to tango. And if we want YouTube to do the things that we want them to do, maybe we need to do some things that the viewers want us to do. Or not. Also, does anyone know someone at Essentia? I feel like I could do some work for them. Oh, and before I go, one last thing. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because if you do that, maybe, just maybe, I won't try and sell you stupid shit in the future. Unless they pay me well.